Alright, response video to the Modern Mystic, who, it's nice to see him passionate about something now and then, that somehow he can be angered or provoked or irritated, like something's actually obnoxious to his senses. And he has a reaction kind of acknowledging the fact that he's having feelings, and that they're harsh and unpleasant. You can just viscerally. But just a horrible video. Okay, Gary, stupid, nasty bigot. Which he isn't going to demonstrate or prove in any way whatsoever. He's just going to do it by inference and association. So just like a bigot, he's going to make such a preposterous generalization and a claim based on that generalization. And so it's just, he's going to lump me into a group and say that's what I believe and that's why I'm saying it, and it's just a lie, and it's disgusting, and shit. Stupid. But speaking of stupid, okay, so this is the comment. I referenced it once before, but I'll reference it again. These people. So there's a video about inheritance. And this idiot puts in here, either ignorant or deceptive, for a person cannot rightfully use the word choice unless he or she believes in free will. So you can't use the word choice. Even though it's not really a choice, it's a decision the brain makes, it's a calculation, and there's an inevitability to calculations. Indeed, without free will, everything, past, present, and future, will be unavoidable. Yes, no one's arguing that, but obviously if you change one of the variables, you're going to change the circumstance. So this is where the idiotic part comes in. Making all efforts and all beliefs futile. See, right there is just so stupid. All efforts and all beliefs futile. So if I went back in time and killed Martin Luther King, or just convinced him, I gave him your comment, and he said, oh, it's all futile, I don't have to do anything, the world would be exactly the same. If I convinced, damn it, I'd be back. Alright, back where I was left off, or somewhere close to it anyway. So yeah, this whole idea that it's the same, that we don't have to read our scripts, that scripts aren't part of how events happen. Certain individuals have to do certain things, they say certain things, they motivate people, things change, blah blah blah. They're all kind of critical as the history story of the event. And you can't just extract Thomas Jefferson from history and say the Constitution will be exactly the same document and the same exact things would happen, because they wouldn't. So it's just stupid to sit there and say, making all efforts and all beliefs futile. It's just stupid to say that, because obviously these scripts have to be read. If the scripts aren't read, then the outcome will not be the outcome for that script. So it's all vitally important. Every whiff of wind, every fluff of a hair, all of this stuff can be critically important. A piece of litter on a sidewalk could be critically important to the events of the world. We've seen things, the incredibly unimportant things, have decided the fates of billions of people. So it's just stupid to sit there and say there's some futility in this conversation stuff, because this conversation stuff is directly intended, functional as a method of change. So I will say Martin Luther King's thing again, judge a man based on the content of his character, not the color of his skin, was a very important piece of a sentence that changed history in America. And it's just stupid to sit there and say it didn't matter. The outcome would have been the same. It wouldn't have. So these conversations are very important, and maybe consumption, reproduction, cannibalism, and addiction is an important phrase. Maybe it will mean something in the history that's being written now. Stupid idiot. These people are just so fucking dumb. Ugh, it's pathetic. Anyway, so back to the Mystic. And bigotry. Like I said, he's calling me a bigot, which is, funny. Ish.
Reply to
bizarre.
Gary.
Yeah, bizarre, that's it.
This may come across as a superior than thou video.
No.
But it really shouldn't, because...
yeah, because it's a stupider than thou video. It really is wrongly premised. It's going to be... This is like shooting the fish in the barrel thing. This is just you're making it too easy for me to say, gee, this guy really just doesn't get it. I mean, doesn't get the obvious.
what I'm aiming at
I mean, this simple. Let me put it that way. This is a real simple principle. I've said it in my video a few times just to give you reason to acknowledge it, to understand it. You know, that there has to be this yield in human comfort. This is how we can compare two different things. We can say, what's the yield in human comfort for that behavior or that cultural manifestation or for that traditional behavior or for that traditional norm or anything you're judging. You can just say, what is the yield in human comfort or sentient comfort that is produced by that thing? See, I have Lyme disease, and so I'm taking these penicillin. Very high yield in human comfort penicillin. Very, very high yield. $8. I mean, my thyroid medication costs 3 times that. But anyway, I got $8. So I'm not even, you know, it's being subsidized by somebody somewhere, you're saying. And for good reason, because it's good, damn good stuff. And high yield in human comfort.
Leveraging the top off your superior than thou video.
Yeah, I wasn't making a superior than thou video. I was making an argument that poor people are ignorant jackasses who seldom do anything good for anybody but themselves and do it in the silliest, stupidest way. They're eating their own fucking goddamn... They are... they're really, really unsustainable in their behavior. Really, really fuck-tarded. They're slobs, they're a mess, they're a basket case, they're mess makers, not mess cleaner-uppers. The poor are not cleaning up any messes. They have a very low yield in human comfort for their behavior. They just make a fucking blightish mess. And the rich are doing the same fucking thing.
Oh, your video reply to me about inheritance and things like that was nasty.
Yeah, whatever. Nasty. Yeah, I called the spade the fucking spade. I said, yes, the menace poor, the recklessly replicating almost to a sadistic level. In third world countries, these people are sadistic. Guatemala now has a teen pregnancy problem. You know how old the kids are? 10 to 13. Yeah, they have an explosion pregnancy problem in kids 10 to 13-year-olds. Yeah, and you're going to tell me I can't point that out and say, man, you know what? That is the grossest sign of motherfucking ignorance. You people as adults can't fucking manage kids. You people as fucking adults can't fucking take on the responsibility of nurturing a conscious organism. And yet you're letting your little monsters do it at 10 fucking years old? Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm going to call that what it is. Goddamn fucking disgusting behavior.
Bit ranty, but I don't mind ranty because...
Well, good. You just got a piece of it, didn't you? I'll turn it down. 3.5 there.
Often you get out some really good stuff when you're ranty. But this was just hot and bothered because your power had gone off and you were obviously in a bad mood.
Oh, I was in a bad mood because I'm having to explain to you, okay, over and over again. We've been doing this for 3 years or whatever. This issue probably goes back even longer. And it just seems strange to me. Why do you have this affection, this give the rich the benefit of the doubt? They put brick on top of brick on top of brick to create fucking walls and moats and, you know, places of exclusion. Preposterous waste of money. And for you not to be able to recognize that those bricks could have been building a hospital, or those bricks could have been doing a million other things, and instead those bricks were just wasted for a privileged family to sit in a tower somewhere and go, ha ha, I'm better than you. And you're going to call me the bigot? I mean, fuck. I mean, the people you're defending are the bigots.
But it was a bit like in vino veritas. In other words, that's when you talk the truth when you're drunk. This was kind of in hot and bothered veritas. And the whole thing was just, besides being just a shabby video, it was nasty.
Yeah, well, whatever. I don't even get that. I can't be nasty enough, okay, to these obscene wasters of the value of human comfort. I mean, they consume human blood. They wear the diamond on their fucking ring, and they don't give one thought, not one fucking thought, to the man who had to go 2 miles into the ground and climb through a 2-foot wide hole to chip that shit out of the ground. Not 1 second, not 1 millisecond, not one motherfucking thought do they give to the horror that people are extorted into doing for a fucking donut a day. Not a thought to it. They just sit there and say, pretty, pretty, me, special, special. And you're defending those cunts. And yeah, I'm sorry. I find that disgustingly revolting.
And it really didn't do you any credit.
Well, whatever. Says you. It doesn't really matter whether it does me any credit. It's my sincere fucking belief that ignorant, motherfucking cunt, reckless poor people are a fucking menace, and likewise the squanderers of the rich squanderers are a menace. These are menaces to civilization, menaces to the welfare of decent human beings. They're just grotesque monstrosities. Grotesquer monstrosities. Let me put it that way. They just suck twice as much. It's just a fact. Or 3 times as much. Or 10 times as much. We all suck, but they super suck.
And I only say that because you want to have the credit. And you definitely...
Yeah, well, I'm not going to get it telling lies. I'm not going to sit there and pretend I don't think the poor are a menace, because I think the poor are a fucking menace. They are essentially my only problem now. If I could get rid of the fucking poor, the anti-natalists have already won. The poor are the only thing keeping the human cockroach race in the fucking human race. They're it. Without the poor, there is no growth in human population. It's declining population. So the poor are entirely and substantively the whole and entire motherfucking problem now. They are the cockroaches eating this fucking tasty cake. And we can't have, the wonderful Oz, because yes, these termites called the poor are eating it.
But in this video,
I mean, you can't have the shiny city on the hill, because yeah, the termite poor are eating it.
Just in case I don't get to mention this at the end, if I forget, I noticed that you got good thumbs up for it, and I would think...
Well, I mean, if you think that that's the game I'm in, again, where did you get that from? I've obviously made 4,000 videos where I lament the fact that, oh shit, that's not very good. Those ratings really suck, but I haven't changed anything, have I? So obviously I just couldn't care less whether people like it or don't like it. I'm speaking my mind because I believe it, shithead. I have no reason to like poor people. I have no reason to like how they live. I have no reason to like what they believe in. They're usually religious kooks. They're imbeciles. They're assholes. They're as sheeple as you can goddamn get. They're stupid motherfuckers who think they have a right to do things. They do. My neighbors thought they had a right to make any fucking noise they wanted, any fucking time of the day, any all day, or every day. They thought they were entitled to it. They were entitled to not even pay their fucking rent. That's how fucking ingrained their fucking bogus, I'm somebody bullshit was. I'm somebody. I'm a dirty, lousy, stinking pig who can't take care of their own kids.
Your video would be appreciated by an awful lot of people. And that is a terrible bother. That's a problem.
Yeah, I don't, again, you're going to sit there and paint me, oh, look, a racist liked your video because you were talking shit about third world morons. Well, that's not my fault, okay? I mean, obviously, they're not going to like my shit anymore. If I was president of the United States and I was telling them I'm going to send you to goddamn jail if you commit a bigot crime against somebody's ethnicity. So they're not going to like me too much then. They're not going to like me too much when I'm going to throw them in motherfucking jail for shooting a kid on the fucking sidewalk because they don't like the way he looks. They're not going to like me then.
Most of the time you bat for the right team, that civilization, you put forward ideas where civilization can be improved.
Yeah, well, you don't seem to do that, so I guess that is kind of funny in a way, right? Because you don't seem to think there's anything that you can do to change anything or fix anything. And you think it's perfectly fine for a little kid in Nairobi to be spending 12 hours a day bashing rocks into gravel. You think that's what a fucking 12-year-old kid should be doing in Nairobi. And what I'm saying is, no, the little 12-year-old should be in goddamn school, getting an education and understanding that having kids and taking care of sentient beings might require you to have some skills. And that you can't just fart it out because, well, I got a dick and I can just go anywhere I want because the dick is a license to have kids. Yeah, maybe it'd be better if he was getting that fucking education instead of just sitting there all day bashing rocks into gravel.
But this video was just nasty. You have talked in the past, and I have disagreed with you, about egalitarianism, people being equal, and all that sort of thing.
Yeah, I don't know. Have I done any of that? I don't know. Yeah, I've been against that, right? I don't think all people are equal. I think deserve should have everything to do with it. I like the word earned. These are really important words to me. Earned and deserve. These are really cool words. I like these. So fuck egalitarian if you're going to get rid of earned and deserve.
Where should we start? Well, let's start at the top.
And I don't mean deserve in the sense that you somehow have to prove it. I'm just saying that these are the things that will get you a better tomorrow. Okay? If you reward people for doing the right thing and you punish them for doing the wrong thing, in the future you won't have to reward and punish them anymore because they'll acquire the habit. It'll become part of who they are. They will know it without you having to tell them anymore.
Video. You talked about Lamborghinis being the same as pyramids, and I go, well, it's bollocks, isn't it?
No, it's not bollocks. I said the word, right? Yield in human comfort. So, in terms of the yield in human comfort created by these things, all right, they are... No, I mean, look, there's obviously not an exact comparison because Pharaoh was the only one getting anything out of the pyramids, right? But I suppose you could say there was few elitist people that would like their art hanging on the wall in the tomb, and so those guys kind of got off on it a little bit. But generally speaking, there's no human comfort created, just a bunch of human misery and suffering created to make this stupid, idiotic, whatever, eternal life machine or something. That doesn't work, of course. And Lamborghinis are likewise, there's 15 people, whatever the number is, right? The asshole with the little penis, they're sitting there driving around, wasting fuel, making noise, irritating people, scaring people, threatening the life of their children, so he can say, I'm important. And it's a tiny, 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 minuscule number of people. Not much bigger than the actual number of Lamborghinis in existence, which is not that many. So this is the fraud of it. It has no yield. It's about as far away from penicillin as you can get. Lamborghini and penicillin are so far away from each other. It's about as far as you can go. The edges of the universe kind of differences in terms of their yield of human comfort.
I think you should drop the pyramid thing because it's...
Yeah, because it's a good fucking argument. It's a good way to metaphor and analogize that if you take all of the yachts and all of the Lamborghinis and all of the marble staircases and all of the gold-plated toilets and all the gold-plated every fucking goddamn else thing and all the diamond bullshit and all of the, you know, murals and all of the tapestries and all of the oriental rugs and all the other Indian rugs made by all the kids that are dead now because they died at 22 of asbestosis or whatever. Yeah, if you took all that shit and piled it up and put it in a little pointy thing, you could probably make a pretty big fucking pyramid out of it. And that's the reality. We've wasted people's lives, we've wasted their welfare, we've destroyed their comfort, we've used them and abused them so we can build monuments to grotesque gluttony. And you don't get it. And I'm disappointed that you can't see that you can't figure out that there's no yield of human comfort in this crap.
Not representative of anything that's happening now. It's just...
It's perfectly representative. There's a tiny, tiny, tiny percentage of the population that's spending a huge amount of money on grotesque, gluttonous excess. And there's even whole industries and whole stores now where they'll sell you a $45 1-pound box of chocolates, you know, because they were shoved between a woman's breasts before they were put in the box, or some kind of bullshit like that. It's all becoming luxury everything, because they're the only people with any fucking money anymore. So yeah, regular food, well, you ain't gonna be able to buy that pretty soon.
Far too far a point of something that happened 5,000 years ago. A Lamborghini is not the pyramids in Egypt.
It is when you tie it to the yachts, and you tie it to the marble, and you tie it to the gold, and you tie it to the tapestries, and you tie it to the rugs and the carpet and the manicuring and the preffing and the give me massages and give me this and give me that and give me saunas and hot tubs and whirlpool this and whirlpool that. Yeah, if we add them all up, it's a big giant pyramid of work for nothing, to indulge a tiny fraction of the human race. To indulge one individual in 1,000 is indulged at this huge cost of human labor. And if that labor was in the research lab trying to find another penicillin, we'd be better fucking served.
It's just not. Now, you go on to say, but it's a luxury when we should be building infrastructure, which might be houses, energy, making food, doing science and things like that. But this is just stupid.
Okay, there's his counter argument. So let's count how many times he says this is just stupid. Okay, so that's one. Yeah, let's count how many times. Yeah, there's not going to be anything else. That's all he says. This is just stupid. He doesn't counter argue with something like pointing out how there's not a huge difference between waste work and productive work. No, just says it's stupid. Oh, well, I can't do much with that. You're just stupid.
Because although it might please the plebs, the common man...
That wasn't my point. My point was it creates a yield in human comfort that is high. Very good yield in human comfort numbers for some work. Very low yield in human comfort for other work. And that human comfort is the thing I claim we're after, okay? Not pleasing plebes, not poor people saying, oh, I love it. Okay, I don't have any... I've just pointed out I have absolutely no respect for the average human being's judgment. I think they're idiots. I think this like, oh yeah, let's have a lottery where I basically steal my neighbor's money legally. Yeah, they drop it on the sidewalk and it all blows into one big pile and I collect it. And I feel good about myself. I feel good because everybody else lost their money. Yeah, they vote for that kind of crap because they're fucking idiots.
With their pitchforks, it's stupid. It's impractically stupid.
There we go. Stupid, it's stupid. So two more. Blah, blah.
Because how are you going to go and tell the people that build Lamborghinis that they can't build Lamborghinis anymore?
Oh, please. That's like telling the people who used to make corsets you can't make corsets anymore. Or tell the blacksmiths can't be a blacksmith anymore. Yeah, you move on to a better job. You move on doing something different and better. That's right, just like machines. You build the machines and let the machine do the work. And yeah, this is all stuff we build giant tunneling machines now. We do all kinds of things we can build. And we don't have to be blacksmith, and we don't have to be corset makers, and we don't have to be, I don't know, bedpan polishers. We don't have to do any of that shit anymore, because those are archaic, stupid jobs. So yes, we don't need Lamborghini makers, because it's a waste work for self-indulgent, idiotic rich people that shouldn't even exist in the first place. This is something that shouldn't even exist in the first place. We shouldn't be putting race cars on the highway anyway. It's retarded. So yeah, let's live without that waste and take all of that money and put it into penicillin research.
And now they've got to build houses. It's just stupid.
Oh, there we go again. Number 4.
And you can't pick on Lamborghinis, you've got to go for Mercedes. If you go for Mercedes, you've got...
Yeah, I go for all of it. Every fucking mile of it. That's right. All the low yield in human comfort bullshit. Kill it. Get rid of it. Stop doing low yield in human comfort stuff.
To go for posh handbags. And you're going, yeah, all of it, all of it. And as soon as your mob realise that you're going for all of it, they'll start going, oh shit.
Oh shit. Yeah, well, I can't do anything about that, right? I'm going to hope my mob is going to be made out of people who understand what efficiency is and sustainability is and what earned is and what fairness is. And so they're going to say, hey, this is really great. I go to work, I do honest work, and I get paid real goddamn money for a change for doing real productive work. And I think those people are going to say, yeah, that's the way it should fucking be. I shouldn't get paid to lie, and I certainly shouldn't be working to make one jackass in a mansion somewhere happy. I would like to be doing productive work rather than silly work for silly people. For I'd rather not be facilitating their effort to waste blood money. Money that was made by the man going 2 miles into the ground digging little diamonds out. I'd rather not be wasting his time.
And they'll just start thinking and reject what you're talking about, because...
Well, says you, that's your prediction. I could have a category for your silly predictions, but I won't bother with that. I'll just say, that's silly.
It's stupid.
Ah, there we go.
It's
Number
just
5.
got no... It's not crunched into reality or fact in any way, shape or form.
Yeah, well, okay, says you. I think it's really easy to crunch it. I can visualize the pyramid of yachts and Lamborghinis and marble and gold and bullshit and nonsense and rubbish. And we haven't even started to even talk about all the small print in their corporations and all the rickety deals and all the printers in the garbage heap right now. The perfectly good printers that are in the garbage right now because somebody said, I ain't paying $35 for a cartridge with 0.0006 ounces of ink in it.
It's just ranting. It's just trying to get points from the ignorant mob. And you will get points from the ignorant mob.
Good, cool, wonderful. Who cares? I'll be back. I'm back. Batteries are running low, so see how this works out.
But you go on later in the video to basically shit upon the ignorant mob.
Yeah, right, exactly. I shit upon the shitty. That's what I'm intending. I'm just pointing out that these instruments are why our life isn't as good as it should be. Is that people make a mess. The mess makers should be stopped. The mess makers should be called mess makers. They should be corrected in their behavior with some sort of derogatory statement. Like good parents, we should tell the stupid things. That doesn't work out. You see why it doesn't work out? Here's a blueprint of why it doesn't work out. Because it has a low yield in human comfort. You make kids you can't take care of, there's a low yield in human comfort created by that. That creates messes that have to be cleaned up by somebody else. Somebody else has to go to the effort, or they have to get the financing, or they have to seduce the carrots from somebody to be able to get that mess cleaned up. Like when a bunch of foreigners come over here and dump their kids at the border and then say, hey, we're going to extort you. You know, that's just kind of bullshit, isn't it? Here's a kid, we're going to point a gun to its head. Let it in or else. Yeah, fuck these people. They have no character, they have no integrity. Any nation that would allow its children to go to another nation and extort their way in, okay, isn't a country anymore. It's not a government, it's not a civilization. It's a fucking mockery of a civilization. It's absolutely disgusting.
So why are you pandering to them? You want to feed the poor.
Well, again, see, you're saying I'm pandering to them. Like I somehow want them to support me for that reason. Like I just want it. That I don't want it because I think it's absolutely disgusting for a nation to dump its children on the border of another country. To use its children to extort. To create excess population in the first place. I think that's an obscenity. You're fucking retarded. These people are fucking menace idiots. They're a fucking menace. They're a blight to the welfare of sentient life on Earth. These fucking poor people are a menace.
Or to the rich, basically, because you don't like them.
Yeah, it's not that I don't like them for no reason. Judge a man based on the content of his character, not the ethnicity of his third worldness. I don't give a fuck where you're from. I just give a fuck whether you're a fuckhead. Okay, and these people are fuckheads. They're fucking irresponsible, dirty, stinking bugs. Okay, they want to turn this into a bug planet. All right, and they should be, yeah, they should be nuked from fucking space. They are goddamn, they're fucking goddamn aliens. Yeah, they're aliens.
You don't think they're up to it? You don't think they're civilized?
And I think that can be proven. I think it can be demonstrated with a big giant pile of evidence that people living on garbage dumps are not civilized. And then people having babies on garbage dumps are completely not civilized. Yeah, if you're having sex on a garbage dump without protection, fuck you.
You don't think they do what you would do?
No, they wouldn't do what something with a reasoning, logical, informed brain would do. They're ignorant as dumb. They're dumber than monkeys. Monkeys have at least natural intuition to go by. They have some natural senses. They somehow avoid shitting in their own drinking water, where these fuckers can't manage that. I mean, I've never seen a community of monkeys living with a trench of shit flowing in front of their fucking tree. Have you ever seen a tree, a trench of flowing monkey shit in front of a monkey tree? So somehow fucking monkeys can get that right, but these fuckers can't. No, they'll have a baby in it. They'll sit there and squat and have a fucking baby in a trench of shit.
Later on in the video, where it really started getting even more nasty, you talked about importing people and how you shouldn't import people. And I read the newspaper comments in articles, and the more...
Well, what are you importing? Again, are you importing a benefit? You're not importing a benefit. These people aren't coming over here and speaking our language. They aren't coming over here melting into the pot. No, they're creating their own little Mexicali country inside of our country. They're like a fucking invading virus. They're just going to create a bunch more virus. They're not going to fucking improve us. They're going to destroy us. They're going to sit there and say, you take our ethics. You listen to our music. You talk our language. They're not going to fucking accommodate us. They're going to transform us. They're body snatchers. They're fucking country snatchers, Nick. That's the reality. You think the Muslims in Europe now are going to let you have your Europe? No, they're going to try to snatch it from you, you stupid fucks. They're going to take it from you, you dumbass.
Right-wing conservative you read of a newspaper, the more shits that go ranting on about immigration, which is the name for importing people. They don't want to import people because they want to maintain the racial integrity of the country.
Well, we know that they do want to import people, so that's the hypocrisy, right? They just say it because it sounds good, but they obviously the Republicans want to import people because when we figured out the brilliant idea of saying illegals can't work in America, that to work you have to have a Social Security number, they broke the sanction laws, right? So we had sanctions against employers, and they said, wait a minute, that's going to work. We don't want it. We don't want a plan that works. So fuck that. Let's not do that because, yeah, I want the cheap labor. And I don't even want to pay Social Security. That's what the rich say, right? So the rich what the rich say and what the rich do, how they vote and what they vote for, are not the same thing, Nick. So let's not pretend they're on they're on anybody's side but their own.
But no, you don't want to do that. You don't want to bring in ignorant Mexicans.
Yeah, let's bring in intelligent Mexicans. I don't care. Look, this whole bringing in thing is kind of old and done, right? The only people wanting to go somewhere else are people who are in shit. And why don't they fix their own shit first, right? I'm not looking to go to China to escape America. I'd like to fix America first, or at least take a shot at fixing America first before I run away to some other country. And if I ran away to another country, I wouldn't have some fucking expectation that I'm going to just set up Garyland or Inmendham in China, and I'm going to speak American, and I'm going to sit there and do American fucking things to the Chinese, and I'm going to mock their language, and I'm going to blah, 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 and have little conversations at the store in a foreign language about other people and point at them and do all that kind of bullshit. I'm not going to be an asshole. I'm either going to become a Chinaman, okay? Or I should be squashed like a fucking bug. If I don't have respect for the country I'm going to, then I motherfucking should be shot by those people. They shouldn't have any respect for me. They should say, fuck you, jackass. Get the fuck out of here. You become American and get the fuck out. Fuck you. I mean, that's what immigrants in the past did, right? They assimilated. They became Americans. They started talking like a New Jerseyan. Or they started talking like a Kentuckian. Or they did whatever they were supposed to do. But they acclimated to the fucking country they moved to. They didn't sit there and say, I'm going to stay my racial bigot. I'm going to stay my ethnic bigot. Okay, you're going to have to look at me and say I'm an American. Okay, don't ever see me like if I'm in China. You know, I'll never become Chinese. That arrogance should be squashed.
I mean, this is your entire... We're all in this together. I feel for everybody in the world.
Well, whatever. That has never been true. I don't feel for everybody in the world. I mean, look, it doesn't matter. Torturing Hitler for his crimes would be pointless because it's not going to teach anybody a lesson. Hanging Saddam Hussein was pointless because it's not going to teach anybody a lesson. Okay, I'm all for prevention. And I'm all for rewarding behavior when there's some chance of those rewards leading to fruitful education. But yeah, once that's over, then yeah, fuck it. Okay, but this idea that I somehow have a ton of empathy for irresponsible, motherfucking, arrogant poor people, well, fuck arrogant poor people. I mean, these people can't even acknowledge their complete failures in their goddamn life, and yet they'll have fucking goddamn kids. And not just one, or not just two, they'll do it 10 motherfucking times, and not be able to take care of one of them decently.
Because they've got value, because they've got feelings. Falling apart. Just in one totally ignorant, stupid, hot and bothered video.
Stupid again. I wasn't counting, but that's at least 6.
You say you don't take any notice of what the third world has got nothing to teach us. Obviously meaning we're the civilized ones. Keep them out and keep the civilization together.
Well, I'm just saying, we've obviously done all the conversation things. We've done the science thing. That's right. There's a huge gap in the intellectual conversation. These people are living under God still. Okay, they think Jehovah. They'll name their kid after Jesus. Can you goddamn get it? I mean, they're so fucking arrogant. They don't even think they have to respect their motherfucking God. Okay, that they'll sit there and name their kid after God. I mean, yeah. So it is kind of hilarious, right? I'm saying yes. They're culturally vacant. They have nothing to offer but a way to shit in your own water. Your drinking water. You want to plan on how to turn your drinking water into fucking brown shit? They've got that plan, but they have no other plan.
Where is the vision of here? Where's the compassion? Where is the... We can teach them. We can give to them. We can teach them.
I'm all for that. I'm all for sending people money and education on... I'm saying dump condoms from fucking B-52s all over the world with little pamphlets saying, God's a lie, you motherfucking jackass. Wear a condom, you fucking cunt. You have no business having a kid, but you can't even take care of yourself, you stupid fuck. I say, let's type that in every goddamn language in the world, and let's drop them all over the fucking goddamn world. And I don't care if it costs $1 trillion fucking dollars. I don't care if somebody says I have to personally pay for it in a slave camp. Okay, I would do that. I would go to slave camp, okay, if that's what the government would do with the fucking money. That's right. These arrogant assholes need to fucking... Somebody needs to call these assholes assholes and quit pretending they're not assholes. They're fucking arrogant, egomaniacal assholes.
You can get them up to our standard. No. It's isolationism.
Well, show us where that has worked in the fucking goddamn world. It's an incredibly slow process. Okay, it's not working in India. It's not working in China yet. We know that the industrial age has this catch to it, where it has this boom, baby boom population thing as soon as you get a little bit of civilization and comfort. And then it takes a while, and then you end up like the Japanese, where you're saying, holy shit, there's too many fucking people on this planet. There's certainly too many fucking people in Japan. They figured that out, and there's still assholes in Japan saying, we need growth, we need growth, we need growth. But all the people know they don't need no fucking growth. They're already being sardined into their goddamn trains every day. They know they don't need to grow.
It's ripping and tearing stupidity.
There we go again. 7.
It's got nothing to do with your other videos, which are about compassion.
No, they're about character. They're about the content of the motherfucking character of the human fucking goddamn beings. And you have no character if you're living a motherfucking cunt lie. All these religious people are fucking grotesque hypocrisy jackasses. They don't really believe in any of this motherfucking shit. They have no sincere beliefs whatsoever fucking goddamn ever. They're not afraid of hell. They're not afraid of goddamn God, because we see for the trivial things they will violate their own goddamn Bibles over. They believe in nothing but their motherfucking selves. They're just selfish and they are ignorant. They are unqualified, and yet they are pretending that they know what they're doing just because they're arrogant assholes, egomaniacal assholes. They have no humility. They have no understanding of their goddamn limitations.
Value and feelings. It's just a hot and bothered, nasty little rant, which has really...
Yeah, ignorance sucks. There. Is that good enough? Ignorance sucks. I'll put that as the title. Ignorance sucks. You don't think so? Well, it does. It sucks. And it turns people into suck. When people are ignorant, they fucking suck. As Dickens would say, what is the real menace in the world? Ignorance and want. Deadly combination.
Done you no good at all, except for the ignorant masses that you despise so much.
That's right.
It was a nasty little video.
And again, your ignorant appraisal of it is, I don't like them because they have dark skin. I think they suck because they have dark skin. I don't like them. No, but I don't need to make my argument, but that's a fucking lie. So that's a slander. That's a bigotry. To claim that all people that hate poor people hate them because they're the wrong color, that's bigotry.
I think I'll leave it there.
May you be
You'll get lots
pigeonholed.
of thumbs up for it from the people that you despise so much.
And again, is your argument is that I'm doing it for that reason. I'm saying it for that reason, because I don't sincerely believe it. I just want bigots to thumbs up my videos. Is that your theory? Well, it's a stupid fucking theory. Sorry, stupid. Stupid.
Yeah? The right-wingers love it. Absolutely love it. We are superior. We are the white ones. We are the first world.
Yeah, I just can't even believe that that's your interpretation. But fine. I'm going to title the video "Ignorance and Want," because this is the game. It's about ignorance and want, and hating the manifestations of that combination. That combination is so disgustingly, grotesquely horrible.
We know what's what. Keep those damn darkies out there. What do they count for?
I'll just point out that, one of my best friends on the internet is Mexican. So I mean, you keep trying to make me into a racist, but it just isn't real. It isn't true. It isn't honest. I had neighbors from Venezuela, and we could barely communicate, but I was constantly trying to be a help to them. They even had a little kitty called Christabel. But there was still, so this is the ignorant part, right? They used to throw a piece of, they threw a hunk of liver into a dish. A kitten, right? It's like 5 weeks old kitten. And they just slop a hunk of, like, liver or something, with some organ of some kind, into a dish. Didn't cut it up, didn't do anything. It's a little fucking kitten. And you're just like, what country did you grow up in that you think kittens can eat a fucking blob of liver? Liver? Yeah. I mean, see, little stories come to mind. But anyway, just keep doing it. Okay, yeah. I'm talking bigotry. Fuck you. I mean, that's really offensive. But I don't care. But fuck you.
Nothing. Because they're not civilized like us. It was nasty, Gary.
They're not decent. That's right. They are indecently stupid.
Very nasty.
Good. Fine. They need some nasty. The poor need somebody to kick them in the ass and say, hey, you're poor, fucker. Okay? You got no business driving the I'm having kids car. Okay? You haven't earned it, fucker. You have to actually succeed in your life before you think you're going to create more life. You're going to be Dr. Frankenstein? Well, you got to build a castle, and you got to do the electrical thing, and you got to pay electrical bills. You got to have some sort of merit here. You can't just go out into the woods and say, I'm going to go make me a Frankenstein. Fuck you. So yeah, fuck the poor. Fuck 'em.